start there now. Hello, welcome everybody to the Azure and AI Show. With me today is Amy Diamond, MVP, and he is the SharePoint wizard. Have over 1 million hits on YouTube there recently. Um, Congratulations again on that, Amy.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
myself, Frank Falvey, MVP from Cork. And Amy is going to do some stuff there on, is it the M365? If you wanted to create something.
Yeah, I can present two things. Maybe I'll start with the multi-agent solution, and then I'll continue with the 365 solution for emergency. Is that okay? I'll try to
Yeah,
do it quick.
that's perfect. Yeah.
Okay, so let's share my screen. And I'll choose entire. Um,
Yeah, I can
okay,
see
can
it.
you see my screen?
Yeah, yeah. Copilot
Okay,
Studio.
so I've been following the whole Copilot, and as we know, we have the basic through the chat. We can create a agent builder, and if we go through Copilot Studio, we can have an advanced agents. Um, so the new functionality that just appeared, I don't know if everyone has it, is actually that multi-agent orchestration. And the idea is that instead of uh, having an agent separately for each task, you can actually have multi-agents that you can combine within one agent. And so I just went to one of the agents I created, which is called IT Help Desk, and a new tab here appears, which is agent. It wasn't there. Um, Now, as you can see now, it's possible to actually add an agent. Now, notice there's two types of agents. And the idea is one, you can take an existing agent that was created separately, or you can create a child lightweight agent, which you will build within this uh, parent agent. So the difference between them is one creates what's called a connection, which means that you're using something that was already there. The second one, what it does, it creates um, a child agent where you can, in the instructions, you can say in what case should this should should this agent be activated. And you notice here, I created one child agent, and currently I can enable it or disable it. And let's just show you an example. Um, Again, there's a good video that I can share with some people, but just as you can see, if I do create agent, then I can actually put the title, the instructions, and the knowledge base I want. So as you see here, I have an agent. As it's mentioned there, it's a lightweight. So it might mean that it has not all of the functionalities, but I can give a name. I can also here it says when will it be used, which is very interesting. So it's like a trigger. And also I have here additional details or conditions that says uh, in case something happens, then I will use it. I can use the priority, and here I can actually add the instructions and the knowledge, uh, like files or things like that. So I will just put a description here. I haven't prepared a full example, but just to show you actually that I can put here all of the information, I will click on save, and you will see um, that it's saved. If I go back, I will see all of the agents. So you see, this is triggered by the agent. Now, when I started to open it, the first time I got here like an arrow. And what I found is that you need to go to the settings here and validate that by default it's using the general AI orchestration. Okay, because if it's set to no, then we will get an error. So we're talking about using multi agents, but this orchestration needs to be set in order that it will work as we want. Let's go back to the agent. So actually, the difference is that, as you can see here, a child is an agent that was created within the the current agent that was created, and the connected one, which is the second option, is one that was created separately, and you can use it for different things. And it actually, you just add it. Now, if you notice here, some are grayed out and some are not, some are available to be added. The reason that these are grayed out is because they're not published. Okay. Now, once you add them, I think you will not, next time you try to fetch it, it will not be available because you already added it. So the grayed out can be for the reason that you have not published it, or that you have already used it. And as you can see here, I no longer see it even in the list, if I'm not mistaken. Expense reimbursement, um, and the idea is when we have a child, then in the instructions we will give some kind of instruction says, in case that the situation is ABC, use the name of the agent, okay, the child agent. In case and by the way, you see here, you see also here the agents that were added. In case, but here we don't see if it's a child or connected. In case it's a connected one, then I think it's possible also to decide how to do that. But that's more or less the idea. By the way, you see here, I got this arrow and it says this can only be used by the agent responding if generative orchestration is enabled. So if I click here, it should take me to the settings where I need to set it back to this. So this is exactly what I wanted to show you. And in general, this is on a low level or first overview of how to use. Now, in addition, I know when I in future you will also have possibility here in the new also to have a Azure AI Foundry and other functionalities. We also have, you see, it's in preview. So if we go here, we can see actually it explains how to create a child and you can determine how the agent should be used. And here's a condition. So you can see this is the additional details. So you can specify the conditions, how to be used. And yeah, so there's lots to learn, but it really gives extra functionality. Instead of each agent doing something separately, you can have something that can specify for a specific thing, and you have like a portfolio, I would call it, of agents that are under the same hood and all giving yeah, multiple well, one place for giving multiple solutions. Or so I don't know if everyone has it, but it should roll out very soon. Um,
I'll just
this is
check my.
for the. Do you have any questions?
So these agents kind of there that you were describing, Amy, would they be kind of something similar to like microservices? You know, they all work independently, and if one goes down, the rest will keep working.
From my understanding, by the way, I see we have a guest. So hello.
Yeah, I
Hello.
I really it's the first time I investigated it, but my feeling is that it acts actually as an regular agent, but as it's written there, it's not as advanced because you don't have all of the functionalities that you can publish it, or you can give it all kinds of ways of answering. Or but um, yeah, it's a good question. I think it's just serving as maybe somebody else knows,
yeah, I
but
think like these autonomous agents, you know, the way they work without any human intervention, you probably have to set up a couple of different agents within the autonomous one, so is that we'd say like a HR agent now, we'd say could have under it, it might have its own onboarding team that does all the training and gets people up to speed and all that kind of stuff. And then you might have another
Mhm.
agent that set up all their stuff like the IT stuff, like their email and their credentials, you know, stuff like that. Um, okay, so I think somebody's just sending me a message there. So, Amy, can you describe there to
But one thing I can one last thing one last thing I want to specify, which I thought just now, is you need to deal with permissions. Because if you're
okay,
using different connected agents, which are separately, then actually, yeah, either the user or the, the agent is, or the user, the creator needs to have access to both the child, or if you're using multiple connected agents, then you need to also have access, and maybe it has an effect on the other users that have that are using it, because each one would have a different knowledge base, and if they don't have access to that as well, then it might be a problem. So
okay.
issuing a topic of
We
permissions to all agents and knowledge bases is important in
yeah.
this
So we have
case.
a quick. We have a question from a LinkedIn user. I have it up on the screen there. Do you have to use if then statement to create these agents? Can you see that there, Amy?
It's not that, yeah, I'm not, it's not that clear, the question. Do you have to use if then statement to
Yeah.
create those agents? No, you can just go to the agent tab and click on create, and you can choose if you want a child one, which you create by yourself, or existing one which you add so I cannot tell you, but it seems like it's not needed. And from the example that I saw also from other people that presented, if you have a child, then you can in the instructions give a guidance when to use each child agent.
Yeah. So just one other thing. No, it's not on the agent. So we have Nilufer is after joining us here, and she's going to do a talk for us. Do you know how she can connect her LinkedIn to the top? What does she go into? Does she go into edit? You know the way you
On
can.
top, there should be a blue button that says connect to something. On the right top,
I think I didn't
found
sign
some.
in, so it does not appear in the right-hand side.
Ah, I see. I see.
I just used
I'm
link
not
to
sure.
attend the meeting.
Yeah, I don't know if actually I'm logged in, but yeah, how
Yeah,
can I know if
if you're on here with us now, you should have the same functionality as Amy.
Yeah,
to connect.
I did not. You should see on the right top a button that says connect to something. Do
It
you
just
want to
says
share your
link
screen?
this to you. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, maybe that's the best.
I think yes.
Yeah, Yeah, I can see it there now. Okay, we have your screen. Yeah.
Yeah,
see?
that's it. Stream just yeah. So click
It
it.
needs to be login, right?
Oh,
Yeah, click on login, and you just log into your
so log in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Google
do
account
resume.
works too. Then yes.
Okay. So resume.
Okay. I think I have to create an account with StreamYard. It does not accept this one.
You don't. No.
Let's just use
If you
this.
click resume,
I think I will get the code. Yes.
okay. Where are you from?
I'm from Turkey.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Me too. With free trial. And where are you from, maybe?
I'm from Israel.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I've been in Turkey.
Oh. I think that I can connect, but let me give a minute because it requires a couple of information to.
No, you don't need to pay money.
No. You're in the
Don't
wrong
pay
thing.
money.
Close that.
Okay. Just I'll go to my account.
What if you click resume?
Resume. Yeah, click that one. Resume.
Okay. And it's
Still
direct me here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe do sign in.
Sorry.
Yeah, just close that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sign up free. On the right, you have sign up free.
And
you see where it says log in, there's sign up free.
On the right.
I don't know how to continue. If it is not necessary, maybe.
Yeah, we'll do it. We can do it another week.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So, do you want to carry on and you do your presentation for us?
Yeah, I can start my presentation.
Sure.
Today, I want to show you a couple of things about Copilot Studio. I want to show one use case I tried by myself before, and this will be including integration with Dataverse Table and Copilot Studio. First of all, I want to try introduce my Copilot agent, what I created here and what was my purpose. Here, I created a travel knowledge assistant to get some information about some locations, their coast, their weather, best season to go, and that kind of information. And I write a description and general instructions as we do for all agents, all kind of agent type. And here I give some general instructions to meet the criteria when user asks some question, how it will act. So this is the prompt that I use. It's just proposed to say if knowledgeable travel assistant needed, and answer it in that way, and be kind and something like that. If you wish, you may read it. And maybe most of you know that there are also another functionality in Copilot Studio recently added, that you can change the model here. For now, I use the default one, but if you want to edit it, you may just change it here. And let's just turn back to my topic. My topic is how we can integrate the Dataverse table, because there are a couple of tricks when we are adding knowledge Dataverse. Let's go back to knowledge part and show you how we can add. But before we move there, let's show you what kind of table we have here. For example, we have some dummy data. It's already created by Copilot. Since it's dummy data, it does not match maybe the reality. So I put some destination here and their travel costs and number of days to spend there, and also let's see other important columns. Yes, this one. And okay, it shows the travel cost and number of days and local attractions. For example, when you go Paris or Rome, where you can see, and based on those, we may ask some questions. For example, let's go back and show you how we can add as a knowledge. When we say add a knowledge, maybe you heard about there are other knowledge source has been coming, and probably in the next days we will see other data sources. For now, we have data version, for example, Azure AI Search, ServiceNow, and public websites. For my scenario, I use the Dataverse, and while we are using Dataverse, since I already added destination, I will use another example for that. Maybe I may get user. I will say add, and after that, please be aware that there are some limitations here. For example, you can select more than 15 table, not more than 15 table. You can add a table until 15. So after you add this, you have some space to just customize it. For example, here you may write the custom description with respect to your Dataverse table. And then in the preview mode, you can see top 15, I guess, row, and you can see what kind of data you can extract from your table. And I want to show especially synonym and glossary part, because this is important, especially if you are using table which includes some naming convention, and especially you want to refer something. For example, in synonym part, we write what agents should understand when they see that kind of column. For example, here we have email column, and we may add some synonym like when you see email, you should also understand that this refers to that. And for that kind of purpose, you may add synonym and write description. Email means that an agent can understand the intent of the user in that way. Since our purpose to create agent which respond to the user as much as possible in the best way. So you have to be as much as clear to the agent, and while you are creating agent, you should also regard this. So this kind of functionalities will improve the will improve the performance of the not performance, but the quality of the answer when we regard the agent response. And for glossary part, this is also another important part, because here, for example, if you are using invoice or something specific naming like flight number or something else, then you can define it like A25, and for example, let's just say TR. For example, A is the let's just suppose that this is the agent for flight, and A is the gate number, and 25 is the year, and TR is the country code or something else, and you can describe it in that part. And in that way, when agents see that kind of naming, then it can understand what it just gets from the user. So I want to show this part actually. Besides that, it's just an agent that answer the question about this table. For example, we may ask that I have budgets like 1,200. And then it's just retrieve all information from this table. And since our budget only just enough for France, then it will just find this destination for us and give the information about it. And as you can see, it explains and give the references here. And if you want to say that what are local attractions there, then it also responds according to this table, which is Eiffel Tower and Louvre. And let's see, yes, as you can see, it gives the answers. And another thing is, if you want to not here, if you want to restrict your agent's response with respect to your knowledge sources, then you can go directly to the that part. And yes, in create generative answer, this is the default schema for the topics, that topic, conversational boosting topic, and you can edit your data source, like select from here, and just if you want to prevent any web search, don't open it, don't enable it, and just use a destination table. And in that way, you can restrict your agent's response with the dataverse. Yeah, I think that's it that I want to show you today. If you have any question, I can answer. I think you're on mute, Frank. I can't hear you. And Amy, yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
web search is also available in the general settings of the agent, doesn't it?
I didn't hear the beginning of the sentence. Can you just say which did you say available?
Yeah, the web search toggle
Yes.
is also
Yes.
possible in the main agent. So it
Yes.
either you can do it in the general setting, or you can go down to the topic and
Yes, this
restrict
is
it
also
there.
available, but I think this should be just restricted at the beginning of the agent, because when you create agent about travel, it can answer your question about another topics. Maybe you can ask about how do you offer about being healthy, and it will also answer that. But if you want to just restrict and get the better answer, you should also restrict it.
Yeah, so it's like if you only wanted to use your company's data rather than going out to the internet, you were just keeping it down to those slides that you had, so you were getting an exact response from your data. Yeah, that's very good, very good. And you connected the Dataverse to it. Did you have to make that separately beforehand?
How you mean the separately actually?
You connected it to the Dataverse. Was that you made that up separate beforehand?
No, actually, anything does not need it before you just connect it. Actually, I just select the knowledge and just connect it via Copilot Studio.
Okay, cool. So we don't
I have
any
additional question.
Yes.
I saw that there's a new possibility to connect to knowledge base of a Microsoft list or SharePoint list. Did
Yeah.
you happen to check it?
I
Because I
actually.
noticed that now it's possible to also refer to instead of a Dataverse to use a Microsoft list, and that could be very useful. Have you
I
tested
didn't
it?
try it actually. I didn't test it, but maybe in the next days, following days, I also plan to just use it because most of the use cases, especially for Power Apps, are just generally prefer with SharePoint. So I plan to just try it,
Yeah.
but didn't try until now.
Cool.
Okay. Perfect.
I'll just share my screen there, Amy, and I'll see if I can share screen, entire screen. See my screen there, yeah?
Yes, we can.
Yes, so Amy, I'm just going to refresh this one and we'll see if I have that agent that you have in your Copilot Studio.
All you need to check is if you have the agent tab.
On the
Then,
left-hand side area, agents. Yeah, I got it here.
Yeah,
This
so
tab.
click on it and click on you. And now you're in the game. So you can choose between connected and to create a child one, which is a lightweight.
Is this the top one, the child one, to create an agent?
The top one is the child one. And the bottom one is the existing one, which you just connect. I will share a great video that was created by one of the people in the community, which gives a very thorough example, and I think it's worth.
Yeah, if you want to, I'll stop sharing there and let you.
No, let me. Yeah, I'll put it in the chat, and then you can publish it if you want. Let me just.
Can you
just continue
can you just play it there on your side?
What do you want me to do?
Do you want to share your screen there and play that for us?
Well, it's a bit long, so I will just put it in.
Is it a YouTube video, Tiz? We can.
Yeah,
put it in.
I need to find it, so just I'll share it in a second. I just need to find where the video is. So maybe let's continue and then. Oh, I want to go to.
Okay, so just go back to my agents here. There's a few agents I've been kind of making over a few weeks. So people, you can make HR agents. I made a stock market agent as well. And these kind of agents, they're just called retrieval agents. 1 second now. I have a PowerPoint there that I explain these agents a bit better. So if you can see here, there's a kind of a spectrum of agents. Second now. So just put up the slideshow. So there's a kind of spectrum of agents, and the one there that I had for, say, like a stock market agent, it's called a retrieval agent. So basically, if you have the internet connected and you ask it to get you up a particular stock, how is Microsoft stock price on the stock market, you can use a retrieval agent. So that will kind of give you stuff like that. The other one then is the task-based one, can be a HR agent, where it kind of somebody, you get new employees and you want to get their email and onboarding done. You can use a task-based one, which has automated workflows, like you send out an email, which could be an action, and that will trigger something else. Then, like say you send an email to the IT to get a new employee onboarded. So that will trigger a response to get the IT team to get this person email and credentials up and running. So that's a kind of a task-based agent. And then the other one, then there on the right-hand side, the autonomous one, right? That's where you can have an agent that can actually connect with loads of other agents within a kind of an organization. And autonomous, like, is another one, like for self-driving vehicles, where you can't have any human, you know, if a self-driving car is going along and actually sees a red light, it's not going to wait for a person to intervene to say, will I stop or will I go? So that sort of thing, like, so it'll work by itself, autonomous, no human intervention, you know. And so that's kind of the spectrum of agents. I just wanted to show you that one. So we're back here to the Copilot Studio, and as I was saying, when you're setting these things up, you need to give it a description, general instructions, right? So here, like a description for this one, right? An agent that provides stock market updates and insights and assist users with stock market analysis using reliable and up-to-date sources. So then the general instructions there, right? Provide stock market updates and insights, assist users with stock market and list, and use reliable and up-to-date, right? So that's the general instructions, right? So down below then is orchestration, use generative AI to determine how best to respond to the user. Okay, so that uses generative AI. And the model it's using then is giving us one there.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. I'm thinking among myself and maybe with others, what's the best case to set instructions? Would you write it manually? Would you use a Copilot to create you some instructions? Question, you know, or maybe the way is just to take an existing agent that was created and then just adjust it, you know, regarding the instructions.
We say for demos here now, right? If I just show you, just to answer your question there, right? I'll just click on create a different one here, okay? A new agent. And Copilot normally kind of will give you, I'm just going to skip to configure up here on the top, okay? So like if you put in something like a garden agent, right?
Yeah.
Garden agent or garden buddy, right? It kind of knows what you want. You know what I mean? From
Yeah, maybe if you use the wizard, it would. Do you think it generates
it'll
based on
generate
the title
it. Yeah.
instructions?
So like here now, you see, it's kind of loading here now at the minute, right? And it'll know from the word garden what you're actually looking for. One second now.
Yeah,
Okay.
but if you want to be professional, then maybe you would. By the way, you see, you didn't receive anything.
1 second.
So
So if I
maybe, yeah, I mean, you could do it. I mean, maybe when you're more experienced, you can do it by yourself. But maybe as the more experienced you are, the more lazy you are, and then you want to
yeah,
maybe,
that's
there's an agent. No, there's an agent. There's there's a prompt agent that is through the agent builder. Maybe that can be helpful. If you go to the chat, there's a prompt agent where it's possible to just if you go to the Copilot
over
chat.
here, down here on the right.
No, not no office.com. If you go to office.com
Okay.
and there's and do create agent or all agents, yeah, create agent, and one of the templates is if you go down here, the all templates, one of them should be
Prompt
prompt
coach.
coach, and maybe this is something that can help us, or you see there's a prompt help generate a prompt to use in Copilot or Analyze. So instead of you thinking how to do it and then you want, so either you can take an example that exists, or maybe this agent can help make better prompts. So if you would write here, I wonder, write instructions for a Copilot Studio agent for a gardening buddy. So I wonder if it would create something like that. But we want instructions. Yeah, I don't know if it's a.
What do you want the garden buddy to do? Give plants advice. Yeah, so that's what you
It
want to do.
probably guides you with questions.
Yeah,
So
so
it's
like
the GCSE. Yeah.
so this is what you want.
You need to provide the answers, and then probably it will.
So that's kind of what
I'm
you wanted
I'm
to
just
do.
saying.
So we need to go back here
Yeah,
to
I'm
the
just saying. It's probably a question that has that everyone might have, and unless anyone else here in the call can maybe share their experience, but okay, but you can continue. I just wanted to
yes.
say, I think if you start a new agent and just use the wizard, it creates instructions based on the conversation. So before you do create, it will. So here in the first screen, if you start typing below, there's a conversation, and then it will probably, based on your description,
Yeah.
it will
So
create
this
instructions,
is
a name.
I normally do this.
Yes, this through this it creates instructions, but
Yeah. So like this will give you the next prompt then, you see. It will kind of give you the line, do you want
Yeah, once you complete this process, then it creates.
so it's giving me a name here, right? Green Thumb Guide, which sounds ridiculous,
Yeah.
but we'll use it, okay?
Green thumb.
Green Thumb Guide doesn't really sound human, does it? It's definitely an AI generated thing.
Don't you know the concept of there'll be a new concept that we will be, what's it called, agent masters, or there's some kind of Microsoft came up with some new concept.
Okay, so it didn't actually start at that time. So first, let's define what the garden body can do. Okay, so if we go create, it. Okay, so it did put in. Do you see all the steps?
Yes, here it does when you use the yeah.
So it's using a fairly big model, isn't it? GPT-4.
I want to mention that it says that if you want to take the latest one, it's not recommended to use for production, so only for testing purposes. Because if you click on the edit, on the three dots in the edit, you will see you can switch between different models, but it will also where is it? Yeah, under response. So you have a drop down. No, yeah, below, yeah, on
This
the
one
right.
here?
No, third tab. Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
This one here, see it, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is in preview. Yeah.
You see, it says not yet full tested. The GPT-4.1 mini preview is not yet fully tested. So that means
Yeah.
it should, if you use the test version, it should not be used for productive
Yeah.
cases, but it should be better.
GPT-4 is fairly good anyway. It's powerful enough. So if I just go back to the agent details. So we need to go back. So yeah, it's after giving everything. If you want to add your own knowledge, if you had a kind of gardening book that you had in PDF or something, you could actually go in here and add it. Because you need to turn on this or else you won't get. I don't think it will give you a response from that model, will it? Do you think, Amy?
In general, I would disable it because I want I don't want it to take it from sources I'm not aware of. So,
okay. So I'll publish
I would
this.
only
Publish. Did you found that link to the video for that explains the agents? Okay, so
I put it in the LinkedIn comments.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'll put it up on the screen there in a minute so people
can go to it. You could run it even if you want, but it's a bit long, but it gives a good idea.
Okay. So we just want to ask a question.
You don't have any knowledge source, so just be aware. So maybe you do need to activate the web in order to.
Yeah, I'll just
give
give it
some kind of.
how do I look after roses? Okay, and we'll just see, because we don't have a knowledge source, what response it will come up with.
Roses are red.
Okay, so it says caring for roses can be a rewarding experience. Here are some tips. So it actually did pull it up out of that model. Planting
Is the web toggle enabled?
It's turned off. It's turned off. Here we go. For review. There is the web disabled.
So where is it bringing information?
It's from that LLM.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So yeah.
But that's not good.
Huh?
That's not good. Unless that's not good.
No, they have all the information in the model. That's an LLM, large language model.
Yeah, but don't you want to control the knowledge? That if you disable from the web, you don't expect to get information unless the knowledge source that you specify. And here it's giving you information that maybe it's correct, but maybe you can have no control on what the user gets. I would expect if the web is enabled, then it would go to the web and get information. But it's just my assumption.
Yeah, but it's taking it from the model. You know, this model, the GPT-4o response model.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So what's the point of enabling or disabling the
but
web?
it's only taking.
I thought the whole idea is.
Wait, we'll just ask Copilot about this here, right?
By going to topic, you may understand which sources are used.
Okay, this one here.
Yes, in conversational booting, you may go generative AI answer. Just say all, click all button.
Which
just left side of customers.
You're currently
and conversation boosting in the second one. Yes, this one. And done. Can you click 3 dots and create generative answers?
This one?
No, create generative answers. Yes, there. And properties. Okay, web search is not allowed here. As it says, allow the AI to use its own general knowledge. So it's used from there.
Yeah, so it's taking it from the model. So yeah. So you see over on the right-hand side, Amy is telling us about the GPT-4o. So it's a multi-model AI model, right? So it's taking it from this information. And that's kind of like it's fed it with
models. I would expect the model to know what to do, but not to store the information, unless I'm just guessing.
Yeah, so it's taking it from OpenAI. Do you see down the bottom here? So like you can.
Is there any way we can restrict it?
You can turn this off. Turn this off.
Yeah.
Yes, by turning this off, you just restrict it.
Yeah, so if we turn this off now.
I see. So, and then it will only, and now it will
Mhm.
only, if you ask an answer, you should not receive any answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just go back to the
And
agent.
you will receive it only from the knowledge resource that you
Yeah.
specify.
As I saw, just you put the how can I say, the most related data source for the topic and generative answer part, then it just use that part, not the generative answers for with GPT-4o.
Okay, so I'll just ask it the same question now and we'll see. So it doesn't get anything. It's going around in circles because it doesn't have any model connected to it. It's just greetings. So it's just taking it from here. But if I go back to the settings, the overview here, and I
Now enable the web, yeah.
Yeah. And I'll go
But
back.
now it's great. Look, it's great. You cannot. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now.
So I'll just hit this one.
Yes. So now it's not taking it from the model; it's taking it from the web.
Yeah. So it's giving you where it got it from, and straightforward enough.
Okay, we learned new things here, but it's interesting that that sometimes you take it from a model, sometimes from the web, and sometimes.
Okay, so I see I put it up on the screen here, but you have it in LinkedIn anyway, that video for that guy that explains the.
Yeah, it's a really, really great example by yeah. If you want to run it, just to start, you'll see what the idea is. But if we don't have time, then it's just.
Yeah, so I actually put that into my LinkedIn as well, so people can see it. Wait a second, in the comments, it will come out on my LinkedIn account as well. So that's on my YouTube.
I first initially published to the wrong YouTube channel, so and then I changed it to the real one. But yeah.
So we're just up on the hour, and I'm just going to end the live stream. Stay on the line, everyone, for a second. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. And we'll be back here again next week at the same time. And thank you guys for great demonstrations.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Yeah, cool.